What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Stand Up SJ Square Photography, bringing you back another video today. Today's video is going to be, you've seen the title, my top 5 video portraits of 2023. Now last week I gave you a video about my top 5 photo shoots of 2023. So this week I'm going to give you my top 5 video portraits of 2023. Now with the caveat with this list being that all the videos had to been dropped in 2023, obviously, but that's not necessarily mean that it was absolutely like filmed in 2023. Some of the on this list was probably filmed in 2022. I just dropped it in the early part of 2023. So from this point on, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of just whatever I drop in that year is what's going to be on my top 5, not necessarily like when it was filmed, what year it was filmed in. With that being said, let's just go ahead and get right into the countdown. I think y'all guys are going to enjoy this. I think it may be a little bit of surprise what's on my top 5. And also comment down below and tell me what is your top 5 of my video portraits of my channel of 2023. Number 5 is Diana. I chose Diana to be number 5 on my top 5 video portraits of 2023, simply because this video portrait taught me a lot about everything, pretty much. It just taught me a lot about, one, not shooting on auto ISO, 2, get something, a handheld rig, because I try to shoot this handheld and I didn't have a rig to it. Some of the footage doesn't come out very good. It was coming out shaky as hell. So this shoot absolutely taught me a lot about just really going in detail and figure out your settings of what you're going to do. And if you are going to, you know, shoot handheld, then you may want to invest into a rig, or just trying to practice on being a little bit more stable with your handheld shots in general. But other than that, I always like shooting with Diana, so I shot with her a couple of times before. Her energy is pretty good, so I just like shooting with her. And I just kind of love this shoot because we was at this little marketplace that we had, and we was able to just like really capture a lot. I was able to give her a prop, which was one of my cameras, as you can see in the video. I was able to give her a prop just to kind of, you know, give her something to do. I really like how this turned out, and I was able to use, I think I used the 85 on some shots with the 35. So I always kind of use a mixture on all my video portraits between the 35, the 85 1.8, the 35 1.2 by Sigma. So yeah, that's what the lens I usually use on these video portraits. And again, I like this one, so that right there was at number 5. Now we are down to number 4 of the top 5 list. Now number 4 is Gigi. Man, I've shot Gigi plenty of times for the last couple of years. I always enjoy shooting her. This particular shoot, it was just strictly a video portraits. I shot like a couple of pictures at the end of this, but this was just mainly just focused on a video portrait. And what I really loved about this video portrait was simply because, one, I love the way I color graded it. So this is the reason why this is one of my favorites, because I love the way I color graded it. I love the muted colors that I was able to do in this, the way I color graded. Another reason why was this is my first video portrait that I was able to use the slow shutter effect that you see. And I actually got a lot of comments on that, believe it or not, in the comments about how did I do it. And they thought that was a really cool aspect of it. So that's the reason why I like this as well. And then other than that, it's really like it's really about the color grading, and then the slow shutter effect is what really made this number 4 for me. And I like the little atmosphere that we was in. That's the reason why that is at number 4. All right, so let me just go ahead and put out here right now, guys, that from here on out, 3, 2, and 1, they was absolutely really hard for me to decide on. Oh man, it was just hard for me to really decide on the number and which one that I really enjoyed doing it out of the top 3. So this top 3 was really tough for me, man. Like, it took me a couple of weeks. I like rewatched them, and really tried to figure out what was going to be, you know, in this order, what the order is that I'm presenting to you right now. All right, man. Number 3 should be no surprise, but she made both the lists of this year. It is freaking Lily. Again, now this shoot right here, this video portrait, again, this was actually really focused on the road to Vogue, and I was just like, hey, let's just do a video portrait real quick, because I was just wanting to make one, or whatever the case may be. So this wasn't the focus of this. I was just like, let's just do one. But then when I start to edit it and like do some color grading and how it turned out, I was like, man, I just love how this turned out. And I really think the song choice that I used for this absolutely kind of maybe pushed this to number 3 as well, because I really love the song that went with this. I think everything just went well together with the whole vibe, her aesthetics, with the ripped jeans and the whole nine. It was just a really, really good thing. And of course, just Lily's playfulness, personality that she already naturally has. So it's just really made out for a really good video portrait when we was in this field. And the guys, we did this like in November. And man, it was freaking, like, she was freaking cold, man. Like, it was cold out there, man, but she was a trooper. You know what I'm saying? She stuck it out for us, man, and she was able to produce a really, really solid video portrait. Like, this was just really tough. That's why I said, like, 3, 2, and 1. It was just so tough for me to do. And if I really could, I'd put them all at number 1, because that's how much I loved every single one of them. But at number 3 is Lily. All right, guys, we are down to the final 2. Number 2 is going to be Lyric. I really enjoyed this video portrait that I did with Lyric, man. The reason why I like this one so much was because, one, song choice again, what we was able to capture. I was able to give him more direction, kind of plan out more of a story or a shot list per se for this one. And everything just kind of came in seamlessly. I was able to use a gimbal in my handheld on top of that, a rig with a 35. I used a 35, nothing but 35 with this whole entire shoot. So I just loved everything about it. As you can see, as these video portraits keep going down as the countdown, I'm starting to get a little bit more better at these video portraits. As you can see, I'm putting more movement into my video portraits, more close-up shots, just really giving trying to tell more of a story while I'm in this short form of video creation. So I was just really, really in love with this video portrait. Again, I just love the way I color graded it. Gave it that really, really dreamy look, real soft look. We did this at golden hour in this field. And I just loved everything about it, man. I was just really, really satisfied with it. And again, it's just to show the growth of me just making these video portraits really is what I'm seeing out of the one with Lyric. And this is the reason why this was number 2. Here we are, guys. We are now at the top spot of the top 5 2023 video portraits that I did on my channel, man. And this may gonna be a surprise, may not be a surprise. Comment down below real quick to let me know what you think is what is number 1. Who's number 1? Who's number 1? Give you a little time, give you a little time, give you a little time. No more time, let's out. All right, now, here we go. Number 1 is Mavi. Mavi is my number 1 favorite video portrait of 2023. The reason why this was my favorite by far, I ain't gonna say by far because it wasn't by far, I apologize, I misspoke. The reason why this is my favorite was because it's the first time I got a rig for my camera and I was able to use some handheld footage. And my rig's not really big. I just got a little cage with a couple handles, and that's just what it is. It's not really that, but I'm just a shaky individual anyway, so that helped me out a lot. But the reason why I absolutely loved the video portrait with Mavi was because we told more of a story in this one. Again, this was actually on Easter. We shot this on Easter. And we was able just to kind of tell the whole entire story. This was a video portrait driven shoot, and I just snapped photos just at the end of this. This is my first time using my rig, so I was really excited about that, and I really love how the things turned out. I also did use my gimbal as well with this as well. So some shots with gimbal and some shots was with the rig, but most of it was absolutely just with me doing the rig because I was so excited that I had it. It was my first actual shoot with it, so I was like super duper stoked that I had it. So most of it was with just a handheld. So, and I was just really satisfied how the footage came out, you know. But beyond that, another reason why I was able to use this, again, as you can see, I'm starting to put more motion into my video portraits. I'm also starting to use a little different sound effects inside my video portraits. Another reason why I like this as well, because I was able to use this outside sound effects. So again, I'm just starting to learn more and more to really kind of make these video portraits a little bit more better, as you can see, as I'm going along. And again, I did like the color grade with this one as well. I like kind of the whole dreamy, kind of mystic, kind of muted look. I kind of like what's going on there. And I just really, really dig this video portrait. Like I said, I think the third act of this video portrait is really strong. I think it's really, really strong. So I think that's the reason why I really enjoyed this, and this is why I chose it to be number one of 2023 of my top 5 video portrait shoots. All right, guys, and that is now my top 5 2023 video portrait list. And be down in the comment below. Let me know what's your favorite video portrait on my channel of 2023 as well. I will be down there interacting with you guys. And of course, if you like what I do over here on my channel, please consider yourself subscribing to my channel. That's always very, very helpful and very supportive. And I thank y'all for doing that. And guys, to the next video. Until the next video. Peace.